Okay, in this next section, we actually have a fingering challenge that you need to make a decision about what fingering you're going to use. And the bowing challenge makes it even harder because we slur two notes there. So first, it starts out relatively easy. We have... Okay, so we get that out of the way, and then we have... A lot of people just have a mess with that, and it's not a comfortable fingering. I will grant you that. So there are a couple options you may see in your fingerings, in your note, the numbers above your notes here in this measure 75. What I suggest is that you just play this with third finger. I'm going to move so you can actually see the fingers. Third finger in the middle of two strings. And let's just do that. So by the way, when you set a finger in the middle of two strings, set it a little too high so that it's in tune. So we're going to practice that 4 times with a slur, and that way you don't have to rock your wrist or hop or do anything because it's a slur. It's slurred, and so you don't have the luxury of like playing it separate or anything, so that you can hide that hop where you release it. Okay, you can't do that here. You've got to place your finger in the middle of two strings to make it the best sound and the best technique. You can't be doing this or something, switching around, cocking your wrist. You can't be doing that either. All right, so set your finger tip in the middle of two strings. See it right there? And hold it and slur 4 times. Ready, go. All right, and if that's one challenge here in the left hand. But let's practice just this. Going from D to A on up or down is even a challenge for some too. All right, the next pair of notes is even harder because you have to drop that 3 down a half step and put the 2 in behind it, and then slur again as you have already done in the previous pair of notes. Sounds weird, doesn't it? What's happening is you're borrowing the 3 to play F sharp, which is usually played by second finger. But second finger isn't going to be able to be used here in this pair of notes because you have to play C sharp behind it on the A. So we've got to play, or C natural actually, will be played by the second finger on the A, right here. Right by the 1. So see how those fingertips touch? If I bring my violin closer, you'll see how 3 and 2 are just touching. And this is because third finger is borrowed from its normal position here to second finger high position. So that's how I like to finger these two, the fingering that I like to use in this part. It's very easy, and the D string, the D string notes are just G like this. So that would be a good unit for you to practice. Is just G, F sharp, G with third finger. Because that's how this thing begins. All right, so we've got setting a finger behind a finger again, as we did in a previous video. Then set it back and get 1 on the A in B flat position. You can lift that 3 off when you play the B flat. And then ultimately open A, so your hand is released. So it is only a small moment of discomfort. And if you have watched any of my other recent playlists, you may have picked up on a couple different practice methods that you could use. I think it was in my Luli Gavat playlist, methods to use for left hand challenges, intonation challenges. And the one that comes to mind for this particular measure is the 4-3-2-1 method. So you do each of these 4 times, then 3, then 2, then as written 1 time. So let's do that. 4 times each pair of notes. Here we go. Ready? Play. 3, 4, switch, low 2, 2 behind, low 3, borrowed 3, and second finger now. Let's play 4 times. Replace the 3 to the normal G position and B flat. And the A that ends it. All right, let's try that 3 times now. 3 placed in the middle of 2 strings. Switch to low 3, place the 2. 3 back to its position. All right, now 2 times. And now as written. And that's what happens in this tricky little measure 75 and 76. And in the next video, we'll finish out the minor section.